I don't really know who I want to be at this point, and honestly, that's kind of scary. Like, I kind of know what I want to do in my life, but like, what would that even work for me? Like, I have a vision board for how I want my life to be in my 20s, but how do I get there? What do I do in between? So I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do and who I want to become, because at my age, or at least I feel like this, I feel like every single person has like their life figured out and what they want to do and like where they're gonna go and how they're gonna prepare for that. But like for me, the only thing that stays consistent is like that I like to make content, and like outside of that, I don't know what I would do. So like it's kind of scary because like if content doesn't work out, then I literally don't know what I would do, and eventually I'll need to make some pretty big decisions about my life, and like I'm just kind of scared of messing up, I guess. Like recently I've been so indecisive, and I've been trying on aesthetics like clothes, like generally just switching around what I do and just kind of changing my content style. Like literally this is a completely new content style, like this is just an example of me trying something new. So I've just been figuring out like what I actually want to do and what I like, and like at least now I know that content is one thing that I'm truly passionate about. Like I literally worked on an intro, a 20-second intro for like 6 hours today, which you just watched before this, because it was a lot of b-roll and half of it was deleted. Like it was 22 gigabytes of footage before I was able to get what I want, and that's also like part of the issue, I guess, because I expect everything to be perfect and I have insanely high standards for myself, and that can be helpful because it gives everything I do more quality, I guess, but it can also be harmful because like I just completely stop or delete stuff that I don't think is like perfect. Like for example, I scrap so many videos because I don't think they're interesting or engaging enough, and I just film new ones, and that's like constantly more work. So that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, because like refining your craft is always a good thing because it makes your final video better, but it can also cause missed opportunities as well as delays. And also it's like I like content, but there's also other things that I like. For example, I like photography, filmmaking, of course that's why I do content, but also music and that type of thing. So to a degree it's also that I don't know what I would even study, but at this point the only thing I can confidently say is that I want to do content, and outside of that it's kind of blank for me, and that's just genuinely my thoughts at the moment. And it's a lot of pressure for me to do this well, and also like I said, in my 20s I have tons and tons of things that I want to achieve, but like I don't even know if I am capable of achieving those things. Like I set super high goals for myself, like $10,000 to $100,000 per month of income, so I don't even know how I would hit those numbers. Like I just set very high standards for myself. Like I set very high income expectations that I want to meet for myself. Like nobody is really pushing me to make that much money. I'm just like, no, I want to do it. So I guess it's just really that I want to be completely independent and never need to worry about that type of stuff, I guess, which I guess is a good thing, but it also can be harmful because it makes me like extremely obsessive with numbers and like how much income I'm making and that type of thing. And like outside of what I want to do, I also don't know where I want to be. Like I don't know what type of city I want to be in. I want to be in a big city, that's what I know, so maybe like New York or Berlin or Toronto or something like that. But again, I'm not really sure which one of those I want to be in, and everything comes with cost, which is just gonna make me pressure myself more if I set like a direct target. Like I was just scrolling through the prices for New York apartments, and they are insanely expensive, like $4,000, $3,000 a month. Like that's a lot of money, and I don't even know if I could get into a university there if I decide to go down that path. So it's a lot to think about. Like I have a lot of options that I am interested in, but like everything comes with compromises as well as benefits, but like there's always compromises to different things. Like I need to decide on which one that I can deal with the compromises while really liking the benefits, I guess, which is how you normally solve any issue, and that's kind of obvious, but like that's something that I need to figure out, like what the compromises are that I can actually deal with. But I just change every couple of months in terms of what I want to do with my life outside of content, so it can kind of be stressful for me to like need to pivot my entire life around that, and it's kind of hard to pivot my life around if that continues happening after I decide on a path. So I really don't know how I would deal with that. But one thing about me is that I've always been a creative person. Like if you didn't know, I've been making videos ever since I was like 11, but I just never really posted those, or they never really got any attention, and all of them that I did post are deleted now or like unlisted. And at first I think most of them were privated or unlisted anyway. I just kind of kept them more for myself, but I haven't really looked back at those. And I like a lot of like creative type type things. So I like writing. So once I do decide something, it's probably gonna be in like a creative type field. I just need to figure out what that is. And also another thing is that every single thing takes time in my schedule, and I just need to figure out what I want to prioritize, because like knowing that would help me so much, because right now I'm trying to prioritize everything and that is just impossible, and then it just makes me really stressed once I can't hit every single thing on my entire 74,000 list agenda. So it would be great if I could figure that out as well. But in a way, I'm also someone who embraces change and embraces trying new things, because like change is a good thing because you're learning new things and growing while you're changing. So whether it's a city change or a job change or something like that, while it might feel hard at the beginning, in the end you're gonna grow as a person. And also a lot of changes you can always revert back. Like I'm always the type of person who will try like a new food, because like I could always find a new favorite meal, and that's how you do that. And that kind of scales up and down depending on what I'm doing. And that's just the mindset I've been trying to focus on, which is change is gonna bring growth, and growth is always a good thing because you're learning new things and you're growing as a person. But also don't live in something if it's just okay, because you can always strive for better. So if your life is just okay, or if your job is just okay, it's just on the threshold of you not tolerating it, but it's just good enough to where you can tolerate it, maybe you should try changing it up, because you could find something that's really good instead of just tolerable, which can always be a nice thing because you're genuinely leveling up your life. So that's also something to remember, I guess. But anyways, this video is kind of a weird style for me, and if you usually watch my content, you're gonna be like, what is this? But like I just wanted to try doing something new, I guess, to see if this would be something that I want to do more of, because I'm still figuring out my niche, of course, and I'm also figuring out what does well and what you guys would like to watch. So if you like this type of content, let me know so I can make more of it. So next video, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm still deciding between two concepts that I have, and I'm gonna try and make 1 or 2 of these types of videos per month. So my teen diary series, some of them are gonna just be like more regular vlogs where I talk about what's going on in my life and that type of thing, and some of them are gonna be more like advice based, and some of them are just gonna be the more like rambling type videos like this one, where I kind of just update you guys on what's going on. So if you're interested in that, I guess subscribe. If you want to subscribe, you can, and you can always change your mind later. Honestly, I just wanted to make this a video because I saw a lot of people doing like in my 20s diaries, and I don't really see anyone doing like in my teens type diaries, or at least not someone who does it as consistently. So I just decided to try doing that because like why not? And it might be nice for like people my age to kind of like relate, which might be helpful, kind of, maybe. This is gonna be like a 4 or 3 part series for now, and if you guys like it or if it does well, I'll probably do more, because like I'm always happy to do more. Also drop down in the comments below to let me know if there's like any ideas for this series that you want me to talk about, or anything that you want me to talk about for this series, so just let me know. Also, I've been trying to film this part all day, but I've just been procrastinating and then just filming b-roll instead for the intro, because I was like, the intro's not perfect enough, so you can't do the middle section, and that is why this took so long to film. Mainly the intro, 20 seconds like. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this YouTube video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.